Christianity, with its message of redemption and grace, was born in a small territory of the Roman Empire but quickly crossed borders, becoming one of the greatest cultural and spiritual forces in history. Its trajectory was marked by persecutions, adaptations, and the constant search for a balance between faith and power. From the first disciples who brought the gospel to unknown lands to the global impact of the religion today, the history of Christianity is a testimony of transformation and resilience. In the early centuries, Christians faced intense opposition. From Nero to Diocletian, martyrdom was a reality for those who refused to worship the Roman gods or recognize the emperor as divine. Despite this, the blood of the martyrs became the seed of the church, as Tertullian said. The Edict of Milan, in 313 AD, signed by Constantine and Licinius, drastically changed this reality, legalizing Christianity and paving the way for its adoption as the official religion of the empire under Theodosius I. With the collapse of the Western Roman Empire, the Roman Catholic Church became the main force of stability in Europe. Monasteries preserved ancient knowledge and served as centers of education and charity. However, the concentration of power created tensions. The feudal system, where kings and nobles depended on the support of the church, gave the clergy unprecedented influence. Bishops and popes frequently intervened in political disputes, which, on one hand, strengthened the church's position, but on the other, made it a target for criticism. Furthermore, the rise of the Crusades, starting at the end of the 11th century, marked a period of religious and cultural conflicts. Initially called to protect pilgrims and reclaim Jerusalem from Muslim control, the Crusades ended up becoming a tool of political power as well. While they promoted cultural and economic exchanges between East and West, the devastating effects of the confrontations left deep scars both in the Christian and Islamic worlds. As the power of the Catholic Church solidified, dissenting voices began to emerge. Mendicant orders, such as the Franciscans and Dominicans, sought a return to simplicity and piety, challenging the materialism that was beginning to erode ecclesiastical structures. At the same time, heretical movements like the Cathars and Waldensians questioned official doctrines and faced severe persecution. This period also saw the rise of universities as centers of theological thought. Theologians like Thomas Aquinas, with his monumental Summa Theologica, attempted to reconcile Christian faith with Aristotelian reason, laying the foundation for intellectual debates that would continue for centuries. When Martin Luther began the Reformation in 1517, he not only challenged practices like the sale of indulgences but also questioned the theological foundations of the Church. By translating the Bible into German, Luther paved the way for millions of people to have direct access to the Scriptures, something previously unimaginable. His writings ignited debates that led to the formation of various Protestant denominations. Meanwhile, in England, King Henry VIII's break with Rome for political and personal reasons resulted in the establishment of the Anglican Church, which combined Catholic and Protestant elements. The impact of the Reformation was felt not only in Europe but also in the American colonies, where Puritans, Baptists, and other groups sought religious freedom. The Catholic Church responded vigorously. The Council of Trent, 1545 to 1563, was a landmark in reaffirming Catholic doctrines, such as transubstantiation and the role of works in salvation. Additionally, new movements like the Society of Jesus, Jesuits, led by Ignatius of Loyola, played a crucial role in spiritual revitalization and missionary expansion. The Jesuits not only helped consolidate Catholicism in regions affected by the Reformation but also took the gospel to distant lands like India, Japan, and Brazil, often facing adverse conditions. With the advent of the Enlightenment, Christianity was challenged by new paradigms. Rational and scientific ideas questioned traditional beliefs. Revolutions like the French Revolution brought a wave of secularization, while movements like deism tried to reconcile faith with reason. Still, Christianity showed adaptability. In the 19th and 20th centuries, new spiritual revivals emerged, such as Pentecostalism, which brought a charismatic renewal and emphasis on the gifts of the Holy Spirit. This movement became a vibrant force, especially in the Southern Hemisphere, where evangelical and Pentecostal churches continue to grow rapidly. Today, Christianity is one of the most diverse religions in the world, encompassing traditions as distinct as Roman Catholicism, Eastern Orthodoxy, and numerous Protestant denominations. Amid challenges like secularism and religious persecution in some countries, the central message of the gospel remains alive, impacting millions of lives. The history of Christianity is not just a chronology of events but a narrative of the search for meaning, truth, and divine connection. Its message of salvation by grace, through Jesus Christ, transcends eras and borders, remaining relevant in a constantly changing world. If you wish to explore more about Christian history and deepen your faith, subscribe to our channel. Together, let's discover how the gospel continues to transform lives. May God bless your spiritual journey. Until the next video.